Hey guys, Mike here, the Detroit Borg, with a sort of setup tour. You guys have asked about this, and I kind of recently set up a specific room just for filming my videos. I thought I'd show you around. This isn't exactly my setup because this isn't my desk where my computers are. That I'm still working on. I'm not particularly proud of that location right now. It's also kind of small and cramped. But this gives you something a little interesting to look at. I hope you guys enjoy it anyway. I am sick, so I do have my hot tea right here trying to kind of soothe my voice here so I can talk to you guys. But anyway, this is a desk I purchased from Costco. This was only about $200, I think. It's actually called a task desk or activity desk, or I forgot what they called it. But it's basically a standing height desk. It's really meant to be used in the middle of a room. It's great for arts and crafts or whatever you want to use it for. For me, it's perfect because I prefer to stand at my videos. So as you can see here, I have my tripod. This is not usually what I use for filming. I use a different tripod, which I've put away right now. But this has my Manfrotto fluid head on it. This is what I use for more highly produced videos, I guess. So you can see my Nikon D5100 up here. And that's what I use for filming, for example, my top 5 video for the Apple in 2013. So up here I have my iMac 21.5 inch. This is just my sort of research iMac. This is what I use to bring up information while I'm filming. This is the surface area I use for filming. I also have different surfaces. So I have this desk pad here. I have a black desk pad under here, so I can change it depending on the scene or depending on what I want to do. I also have a white foam board and black foam board that I can put behind it. And sometimes what I do here, actually I have a black foam board kind of hidden behind my room divider. So if I go right here, I can put this right here. And I use that to sort of as a backdrop for filming my thumbnails or that sort of thing. And then what you're not seeing here is my soft boxes, which are collapsed right now. Those are usually deployed on either side of the desk, and I'm sure I'll probably toss that up. I'll probably put, those are my dogs barking, so that happens a lot when I'm filming. Now on the front of this desk, you'll see I have these 2 boxes here, and they contain photos. These are family photos, printed photos, going all the way back to the 70s. I have just one of these cubbies here, has the ATX Audio-Technica ATH M50X. Yes, I'm sick. And those are, haven't decided whether I'm going to review those or not. On this side, I usually keep my cameras. All of them are deployed right now, except for my D600. And then I have my products I'm reviewing right now, which are the Tab Pros and the Note Pro. And then their boxes right there. On the other side, I have my MacBook. So I have all 2013 MacBooks. I have the 2 MacBook Airs, 11 and 13 inch, and the MacBook Pros with Retina displays. And I can't remember the specs on these. I know these are the mid-range ones. These are the baseline ones. I have my desk lamp, which has a Hue light bulb in it, so I can change the color. I can dim it and that sort of thing. I have my room divider, upon which you'll find a printer, an HP 8600 printer, which I really like. I have my microphone, a USB Blue Yeti microphone, which I use for the rare occasions when I voice over my videos. I have this little organizer for all of my products, and you guys have seen this many times before. So it's overfilling now, so things tend to overflow into other places now. But you can see I have Andy. I have my Tanks battery pack. This is by SwitchEasy, which I really like. So this is what I use when I need extra battery power for any of my devices, usually my iPhone. I have the Nexus wireless charger, which I actually don't use, but it's here anyway. HTC One. This is the one I used recently in the HTC One Max video. Up here I have all my classic iPods and iPhones, so I have everything from the original iPhone to the original iPod. And then I have all the iPod Touches, all the iPod Nanos, the Shuffles. I have a Nexus 4 Moto X. I have the Nokia Lumia 920, Galaxy Mega, Note 3, GS4, and the Nexus 5. Now in this little drawer I have all my heavily used items such as cables and adapters. I have my Mophie juice packs as well. And of course I have headphones as well, battery chargers, Apple's battery charger, even have an S4 flip view cover, which I don't use. I probably can put that away. A little lightning adapter, USB thumb drives, etc. So it's basically just a junk drawer that's really hard to keep organized, although I do try. I have a Nexus 5 in that bright red / orange color. My remote for my ceiling fan and light. Down here I have all my organizers. These are kind of little fabric cubbies. So I can pull out here and you can see all of some of the excess tablets or phones that I can't put in that little organizer. So I have my Nexus 7, I have the LG G Pad 8.3 and the Google Play edition of that. Then I have the Google Play edition GS4 and HTC One. Then I have the Z Ultra Google Play edition, again way too big. The Note 10.1 2014 edition, and I think I got a Moto G in here as well. There you go. This is not the best way of organizing all these because you can't basically fill it up to the top full of tablets, otherwise you're going to break something underneath them. Down here I have Apple stuff. So I have all of my iPads, the iPad 1, 2, 3, and 4th generation. Then I have a iPad mini. This is the iPad mini with Retina display in space gray. This is one I do not use. I use it for comparing the colors in my iPad mini unboxing video. It also has a Switch Easy, I forgot what they call this, cover buddy on the back of it. Of course, we have smart covers, we have smart cases, all of them stuck together. This is the original iPad mini, or the non-Retina iPad mini. And then we have another smart cover. And product red iPhone 5s leather case. Down here I have kind of this little organizer slash bin full of other Apple products, such as the 16 gig iPod Touch 5th generation in slate, silver. We have a space gray iPod Nano. I think we have a silver iPod Nano. Then we have a slate iPod Nano. So you can see I have one of each, and you guys have seen those in my videos. Also, looks like I'm losing a lanyard here, or what do you call this, iPod loop. So there you go. On this cubby, I have some of my wires. So I have my 4K HDMI cable, which I use for that Seiki TV. Then I have bundle of cables here, including docks for iPads and wall adapters for the old iPods. And it looks like Ethernet cables and phone cables, all that stuff's in here. This one is empty, so I have room to grow. I also have a little office organizer down here full of scissors and pens and screwdrivers with compressed air to keep things clean. I have more office supplies, which I really don't need. Then we have the supplies for the printer. So these are all the toner cartridges, which cost an arm and a leg. And then we have our paper supplies. Now under the window, you'll find this little ottoman, which has tripods and monopods. We have some things I haven't opened yet, such as the Logitech Harmony Ultra, or Ultimate, which I actually bought more than a year ago. And we have the same thing with this, the Logitech MX, which I never ended up using. A spare phone, some parts for one of the office chairs, and so there you go. In terms of my office setup, of course, I have Zoe, where my feet would normally be. Then I have my computer. So I have one iMac 27-inch 2013. Behind that is the Mac Pro, which is connected to this Thunderbolt display. So yes, I'm running two computers at once. That's largely because I have not yet found, or I have not yet purchased, an external storage solution for the Mac Pro that allows me to completely transfer my workflow from this computer to the Mac Pro. So I have a huge library that I want to have access to, and unfortunately I can't do it over Thunderbolt from computer to computer, so I have to get an external storage solution. And I also have two keyboards and mice or whatever, set up just below that. Mac Pro on the left, iMac on the right. Then I have my iPad, so I have my iPad mini with Retina display, and of course the iPad Air in their blue cases. I think that works well with the silver and white color. Now right above that I have my desk lamp, which also has a hue bulb in it, so I can change the color. Now I never thought I'd show you guys the basement, but here I am, and this is where I keep a lot of my items stored. So all of my boxes right here. You can probably recognize a lot of them, my Nikon boxes, my Samsung boxes, Nexus, etc., etc. I have lots of Apple goodies in here, Apple accessories. I have my label maker, so I like to label everything. I'm kind of an organization freak, although probably the tour I just gave you would lead you to believe otherwise. I have my Apple bag, so yes, I hoard Apple bags for whatever reason. So every time I go shopping, I save my Apple bags. Don't ask me why. I have some Mac parts here, such as RAM sticks and some other accessories like adapters. A huge box full of cables, AV cables. They're all labeled and organized in here. Huge heavy box. So I have HDMI, coax cables, digital Toslink cables, speaker cables, etc., etc. I have a bunch of cases in here. So I think this is all iPad cases or iPad accessories. Third-party cases, Mac boxes. So this includes keyboards, MacBooks, same with iPods and iPhone boxes in here. So all of my iPhones and iPod boxes are kept here. So if you guys are wondering where all the Apple stickers are, they're right in here. Apple TV and iPad stuff. So this contains all my Apple TV boxes. You can see I've had lots of them. So that has bled over into this box. So I have to label it still. So this contains all of my iPad boxes, I believe, at this point, and this is all Apple TV. So I have to get on that. But there you go. And if you look over to the other side, you'll find more stuff here. More boxes kind of running over. Galaxy Gears I never reviewed. The Hue products that I also never reviewed. The Kindles I never opened are right here. So you can see I don't have a lot of time, unfortunately, but I do buy a lot of stuff just in the event I find the time to review them. But a lot of them tend to sit around and end up going nowhere. I also have some other accessories I intend to review, like the Belkin keyboard cases for the iPad. Same with Logitech. That is the Slim, Logitech Slim, what do you call this? This ultra-thin keyboard cover, and then the ultra-thin keyboard folio case from Logitech, which are cases I've really liked for the full-size iPad. Now in terms of future expansion, I do have this room set aside. This is a den. I will be turning this into a formal office. So I did my TV and TV stand. So I have a Samsung 55-inch smart TV. In here you'll find my PS4 and Xbox One, along with a time capsule. I'll actually take a look at that in just a minute. So you have my bay window here, which would be kind of nice to have a desk right here instead of this couch, and I can look out through the windows. Or I can set it up so I can look out toward the foyer and see my dogs right there. So as you can see, I'm still using baby gates for the dogs because they're not fully potty trained, so I really got to fix that. And then it would be nice to be able to look at my TV here. So I'll connect an Apple TV as the sort of output for my Macs, so I can actually have another screen here. If you look down here again, you'll see my PS4, which I actually don't use much at all. So I have my remote, the game controller, the remotes for the Samsung Smart TV. Folds up, tucks in kind of nicely. And my Xbox One here. Again, with the controller, I actually use this the most, but I pretty much call this the Forza box because that's all I play on it. Then down here you'll see I have my TV box, Xfinity, my modem. I do have 150 megs on my modem, so I have pretty good high-speed internet. And then we have my time capsule, which is my router. I don't use the backup feature anymore on that. Then I have a phone, which is no longer connected, so I got to take that down. And of course, I have Xbox Connect right in front of the TV. And then I have the Hue Bloom right behind it, which lights up the wall behind the TV. I actually really like that. I think it looks really nice. Kind of fills up the wall, prevents it from turning into a big black hole when the TV is on. But there you go. This will eventually be my office space. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this sort of quick setup tour. It's a video you guys have requested. As you can see, I've been reluctant to do it just because I don't think there's anything really good to see. So I hope you enjoyed it anyway. And of course, if you guys like it, I'll do it again in a future video. So for me, Zoe and Chloe, have a great day.